Alright guys, so today I am in a tuk-tuk. I am headed for Pak Ao Cave. This is right in the middle of Laos, and I hear that this cave is pretty spectacular, so I can hardly wait to see it.
The tour only cost around 25,000 keep, just about 12 US dollars. They sent a tuk-tuk to my accommodation to pick me up in the morning, and then it drove through the city of Luang, Prabang to the boat stop. I must say, the roads in Laos were quite bumpy compared to the roads in Thailand. However, it was an enjoyable ride. Once arriving at the boat stop, we got to wait a little bit. There was a map that showed us the route. There was a staircase that we could walk down to the pier, and then we could get on the boat. It was extremely wet that day. It was flooding. Very, very muddy. The boat was reasonably comfortable. I mean, the seats were okay. We had little tables. And the view of the river, I believe it was the Mekong River was absolutely breathtaking. It was so green, so lush. It was overcast, but that did not stop it from being a beautiful day outside. Though the amount of rain that's received in Laos is astronomical. It's one of the rainiest places in the world. We soon stopped at a village on the way to Pak Ao Caves, and we got to try some interesting things. We got to try some homemade whiskey. Something very interesting. I don't drink, so I'm not big on alcohol, but I was willing to give it a shot. I got to try a couple of different wines and whiskeys.
Hold on, actually.
Let's try this.
จะไม่เอาไหมเอานิดหน่อยไหม
Ooh.
Hey, good
Good.
มา Where you from me อันนี้
Do that all home.
Okay.
Whiskey
Whiskey.
You want to take it?
Let's try it.
เนี่ย
ท่านี้นะคุณ
อันนี้ for you ชินโอ้โอเค
Oh.
My tolerance to alcohol is not very high, but it was still a good experience. You know, because like I said, I don't drink regularly. We got to explore the village a little bit more, and we saw that there were many stalls selling things like clothing, tapestries, some household items. But what was also cool is you could see the people's countryside rural homes. Some people would be working on fabrics, clothings. Some people would be planting their flowers. Other people would be making towels. They also had a series of temples that you could pass through. Beautiful golden temples. So it was a lovely village to get to walk around. Even though it was a somewhat rainy day outside, I did not let it ruin the day for me at all. Things were very, very cheap in Laos. If you're traveling on a budget, Laos is a good destination for you. Then a little bit later, we arrived at the Pak Ao Caves.
So I made it to Pak Ao Cave. This is right at the entrance by the river. I hear this cave is supposed to be quite an attraction.
So I gotta say, the Pak Ao Caves were caves that were clearly inhabited by other people, or at least the part that I was at clearly had many other visitors, so I felt that it was not as wild and unseen as some other caves I've been in, but it was still cool. They had many Buddha statues in the cave. They also had hand-carved stone steps, which was pretty cool. I cannot imagine how long it must have taken them to carve steps into the stone. The walk up the steps was a little bit tiring. It was kind of cool because they even built like a man-made door to one of the caves. Like a man-made gate that you opened up.
Spooky cave.
And then inside, they had various rock formations. They had quite a few statues in there. It was basically like a temple cave. It was sort of like Chengdao Cave, except a little different. Yeah, I would say it was kind of similar to Chengdao. The cave was very well lit up. It was not super dark, or at least this part wasn't, but there are other parts that are. All in all, the Pakao Cave was a great tour for those on a budget. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, give a thumbs up, leave a comment below. Check out these links to some of my other videos. Feel the burn for Bernhard's World, and take care to all you wonderful people. Stay awesome.